We now turn to Mr. Case for the final 5 minutes, then the meeting will adjourn.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First of all, I could not have said it better what Congressman Cahaly said in the last 30 seconds. I completely endorse what he said. I also thank you again for allowing me to participate and for your interest in this issue. There's a little confusion, I think, based on the discussion in the hearing as to what the emergency order requires and does not require. And I want to take the time to make sure everybody's on the same page on that. And I'm just reading from the emergency order here. Within 30 days of receipt of this emergency order, the Navy shall submit a work plan and implementation schedule prepared by a qualified independent third party approved by the department to assess the facility operations and system integrity to safely defuel the bulk fuel storage tanks. Upon the department's approval, that's the Department of Health, of the assessment work plan and implementation schedule, conduct the necessary repairs and make necessary changes in operations to address any deficiencies identified in the assessment and work plan. And then within 30 days of completion of required corrective actions, defuel the bulk fuel storage tanks at the facility. So the time frame here is within 30 days after the emergency order, which Admiral Converse has confirmed twice now the Navy will comply with. That date is February 2nd. They are to submit a work plan and implementation schedule. That is ambitious, but it must be met. It's part of the order, it's critical, and I know that the Navy is going to do its very best to achieve that. If there are any questions that need to be addressed in terms of things that were not fully considered within that time frame, they can easily be addressed afterwards in discussions with the Department of Health. The time frame for the Department of Health to review and consider that work plan and implementation schedule is not set forth with specificity in the order, but we all expect that it will be done as soon as possible and as diligently as possible. But once that work plan is approved, then the Navy shall defuel within 30 days. That's what the order says, and that's what we all need to focus on. So that's what's involved here. I want to use my remaining time to make 3 points. The first point, besides thanking the witnesses and the Navy, it has been a very, very good and transparent process with the Navy over the last weeks and months as the Navy and we all faced this crisis. We appreciate, Admiral Converse, your efforts. I want to say from that perspective, you started off by saying, and I credit you for this, the Navy caused this problem, the Navy owns it, and the Navy will fix it. I have no doubt about the sincerity of the Navy in saying that it will fix it, and the belief of the Navy that it can fix it. However, I do, at this point, have to ask the question whether the Navy has the necessary objectivity to fix it. And so therefore, the request of the congressional delegation and others for qualified independent people to look over the Navy's shoulder to determine that the Navy's proposal to fix this is critical all around, not only to getting the fix right, but to earning the trust and confidence that Congressman Cahaly spoke eloquently to. That's number one. Number two, I would strongly urge you not to focus exclusively on operator error. I have said this to the Secretary of the Navy. I've said it to other folks during the course of this discussion. There may well have been errors by the operators at Red Hill, but to confine the explanation simply to operator error is to ignore what is clearly issues with respect to the operation and maintenance, and perhaps even the direct design of Red Hill. Operator error can be avoided by adequate design, by adequate maintenance, and by so to focus only on operator error, I strongly suggest to you is the wrong way to go on this. Number three, I want to go back to my point on adequate funding, because we've had a great discussion this morning, and I have no doubt of the sincerity of the Navy to address Red Hill. However, the ultimate test of the sincerity of the military is adequate funding requests in the Department of Defense's budget that the Department of Defense will fight for in the Office of Management and Budget and in the President's overall allocation of resources, and not at the expense of critical needs in the Indo-Pacific. We just finished in the NDAA an increase in the Pacific Deterrence Initiative from $5 billion to 7.1 billion. And I do not believe that the fixes to Red Hill should be taken out of overall readiness in the Indo-Pacific. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. My time has expired.
Thank you, Mr. Case. Your final point, I see Mr. Waltz with a big smile on his face going, amen.